Hello and welcome to part 8. Um, I guess I just want to give you a little bit of background about what I used to do. Mostly it was just writing. Back when I was 23, I was sort of stuck at home taking care of a relative, and so I turned to the computer and I thought that maybe I could make a change, make a difference. The internet had just started, and this was a long time ago. I'm 47 now, so I was 23 then. That's over 20 years ago. I don't know, if you can do the math, but I started speaking out about the Bosnian War. Um, I thought it was a horrible answer. But I also had heard that the Bosnian Serbs were very tough people. Maybe they're really not as tough as I was told. I was just a kid. I got the idea that they were. So I used a little tough talk, and I don't know if anyone was listening or not, but I used a name called Racket or Racket 2. I guess the idea was if I could get heard, the word racket can mean very loud. It also had other connotations which I didn't know about. Long story there, but I looked it up in two computer dictionaries, and it just sounded like a loud noise, or not the negative connotations. That's not what I meant by racket. But in any event, I used the name and tried to get us, the U.S., to do something about the Bosnian War, bring peace about, and do it in a masculine way, because that was my approach, because I thought these are tough guys, and maybe even tough guys can be warlike, and I have respect for the military and all that. I totally understand why we need one. Yet at the same time, I think it's even more masculine to find a way to bring about peace and to be peaceful, to be a man and then bring about peace. So that's what I tried to instill upon people, is it being a masculine way to go, peace, a peace accord. So I pushed for it, and some bad things happened. They said there was going to be atrocities. Did they happen? I'd like to believe they didn't, but they could have. So I mean, it may be documented that it did happen. Um, I mean, there were atrocities before I was ever on the scene. So I almost felt like I was like blamed for it or something. It's not something to laugh about. I don't know why I'm smiling. It was awful, to be honest. And I punished myself for when I found out what the definition of racket could also mean. It could also mean a gay lifestyle, which I interpret as a happy lifestyle or something like that. But someone in a foreign language could read the word gay as homosexual, and that was awful for me. So I thought, here are these people translating maybe, and horrible thing, and punished myself for 4 weeks, didn't do anything, and maybe I should have been still plugging away, trying to get people to talk about peace. I mean, I talked briefly with a few people online about it in the forums, but there were too many to read, to listen to everyone was impossible. There were thousands of posts, so I had trouble with that. I did the best I could to keep up with the news. I watched a lot of news and all that. But eventually the day in the court happened. Kosovo also happened, unfortunately. They were concerned that would happen, and now that's in the news again. I wish them well. I wish them peace. I wish them prosperity, harmony, all of that. And in Bosnia too. I mean, I hope they're doing well. Former Yugoslavia, all of it. I cared. That's why I got involved. It wasn't some sort of stunt to get publicity or something like that. This isn't exactly what it is. I mean, it'd be nice if I could make money doing something like this or something, but I always wondered if fame was for me. I shied away from it one time. I ran into a teen idol, and some people don't like the word idol. I apologize, but this was a long time ago, back in, I believe it was the summer of 1991, and I was in New York City with some friends, and we ran across a teen idol, and my friend's girlfriend was in the car, and I happened to be driving my friend's car, and she wanted to get a closer look at this person, and so we went into a convenience store, which now looking back, maybe that wasn't right. We shouldn't have bothered this person. They were nice. They let me go in traffic instead of crossing. He was with his friend, and I could hear what was said because the windows were down. It was the summer, and this was in New York City, USA. And anyway, we were in the convenience store. I pretty much kept my distance, but I saw what my friend's girlfriend did. She pulled a stunt, like she gave him googly eyes or something like that, and he wasn't having it. He was possibly furious. You know, he rolled his eyes and threw his head back and was just like, I can't believe this. You know, this is what stardom is about. Or, you know, I get this kind of behavior, and it got me thinking. Maybe I didn't want celebrity. You know, because I like going places anonymous, but at the same time, you've got to be heard. You know, I mean, I think that is important sometimes. Some people feel that way. Not everyone does, but I feel that way. I feel that I have something to say, whether it be right or wrong. You know, it could be something that someone takes it in a different direction, contradicts what I say, and comes up with another idea. I believe in that kind of concept where, you know, even saying the wrong thing could be the right thing for someone else to take the ball and run with, if that makes any sense. But anyway, I digress a little bit. So I walked behind this person, you know, at a distance, and I thought, maybe I'll work with this person, because I was just getting into a major film school in the city. I don't want to say what, because it's not really fair to them, because I didn't do. And I got some merit scholarships, but I wasn't doing well at things. I mean, I did some things well, I did other things not so well. My life was sort of good and bad, money, no money, that kind of thing. So it was a great time. The objective was to get to be a major at that film school, was all. And I didn't set my standards high enough to be a success or graduate, get a great job. I did work for some production companies, in television, video, film. I also did, I went to another film school for a couple of years. I studied academics. I did student council, even though I wasn't elected. I was the co-senator to the senator of my college, and so I learned a little bit about doing this kind of thing from that, but I'm not aces at it, and it's been really a long time. It's been 20 years or more since I've done anything in front of the camera. I don't know. It's been long. So that's sort of a background story, and I did a little more. I had something happen, and it's a long story. It was a medical thing, and it seemed as though it was a mental thing. I do have some sort of quirks in my personality that make me sort of, I don't know, mentally something. I have people problems or whatever it may be, but that's a long story, and that's personal. So I won't get onto that probably ever or yet. But so the other thing I did is I also on this internet provider, I did something called a web magazine called Alien Citizen, and it was just trying to help and trying to make sense of the news and altruism a thing. And now I'm learning that trying to help too much can be a bad thing. People don't want your help. You can be a problem by trying to help too much, and so I'm downplaying help a little bit. With this, I'm trying to make change, but I don't know if I am. Maybe no one listens to me and no one sees me. I don't know. I mean, I get demographics and they say some people more are listening or whatever, but I don't know. So what I guess the whole gist of this, I mean, I'm thinking of those people in Ghouta, and I don't want it to be a situation where just because I mention it, I feel like it's my fault that something horrible goes wrong. But we have to treat them with respect. I mean, all people, all life, all potential life needs a certain level of respect and dignity and inalienable rights and whatnot. And we should make sure they're okay. I mean, I don't know what we can do, but it's even scary just speaking out about it, because then someone will do something awful and they'll say, "Oh, he said something about it. It's his fault or something." I mean, that's almost paranoia. But no, I'm not afraid to say, protect those people and provide for them and get them to safety. I guess the message of this whole thing was masculinity can be peaceful. That's the ultimate in masculinity, in my view, is if you are a peaceful person, if you live in this world and treat others as equals, doing so and taking the right actions, I think is far more masculine. And I'm not putting down the military, because I know we need them and they're mondo important, but I think to find a peaceful resolve is far more masculine. It's like one step beyond being macho or whatever. It's beyond that. If that makes any sense. Okay, I'm gonna go. That's all I have to say for now. Little rundown. I had a lot of chores to do today, and not that everyone doesn't, or some people do, but I'm just a little spent, so I'm gonna take it easy tonight, I guess, get some rest, and tomorrow's another day. I don't know what I'll do, but I hope you have a good day, good night, and stay within bounds, but have fun and happiness and all that. Okay, I'm gonna go. Bye.